Hey guys, Pretzelman 945 here. Welcome back to another video. I am very excited to be joined by the illustrious guest of my dad once again. I'm sure he has been sorely missed by viewers of this channel. Uh, what am I talking about? That doesn't exist. Anyway, let's get into the video. So I made a video recently where I ranked all of the Rebirth mini games. I really enjoyed making that video. And so my dad is going to do the same tier list. We were playing through Rebirth at the same time. We both absolutely loved it.
Yes,
Um,
top 10 game.
yeah, for me, top five. Um, and we were playing through it at the same time, which kind of made for a little bit of a special experience, getting to experience a lot of the things at the same time.
Right.
Um, so, all right. So first up we have Queen's Blood. And the tiers are from S, A, B, C, D, F here.
Um. Oh, and also disclaimer: this is from the PC perspective in terms of like using a keyboard.
Yeah, I
Um.
played it on that's an important point to make. When I ranked it, I played it on my Steam Deck, which is like a console format. So his
I think
and
people know what a Steam Deck is.
yeah. But if you don't,
You live under a rock. Go Steam Deck.
uh,
Queen's Blood. Okay. I mean, I can understand the attractiveness to it. For some people, it's an interesting strategy
yeah,
concept.
yeah.
It wasn't like awful, but I'm not that excited. So
See
yeah,
here,
yeah.
okay.
I mean,
I
I think
I
there's gonna be people that are
I could
gonna.
give it the same, honestly. I don't get the hype behind Queen's Blood, but I mean in general I don't really like these kinds of card games, but I don't get the hype behind Queen's Blood. Piano.
So this one, I know you loved it,
Yes,
but
yes, this is instant S tier for me.
so with the keyboard, it's a real pain. Also, personally, I still don't have the patience to sit there to score really high. I figure you've got to basically memorize the piece of music so that you could just basically, you know, you don't have to look at the screen to know what you're supposed to be playing. At least on the with the left hand. Um,
You did figure out something with like the number pad that made it a little easier, right?
yeah, but I mean, it still is not like oh, I wanted to do this over and over. Like it was more just like, oh,
I liked it though, right?
I mean, it's a neat idea.
So
It's B.
okay,
Yeah,
B okay.
I can't go
All
any
right.
higher than that.
They have each of the chocobo wranglings as different things on here.
Okay.
This is the one from the grasslands, the very first one.
I mean, it was fine. I don't really care that much
Okay.
about the whole. Like, none of these are going to be ranked very high. That's probably the
No,
highest.
no, yeah.
Uh,
For these, like, it's either going to be here or lower, depending on how annoying they were.
Pretty much, yeah.
Um, this was the one. It was like the one-off thing where, at least I didn't find it in any other regions. But it was like the one where you had to race the checkpoints on the Chocobo by Bill's Ranch.
Oh, I mean, it was kind of like an intro to chocobo racing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it. I would give it a B. It's
Okay.
fine. Because I like, we'll get to the actual golden saucer version later, but
Yeah.
uh,
Moogles. You did not like
I'm
this
sorry,
very
Kupo.
much. We're going D or F here. D, okay.
Got progressively more annoying, but yeah.
Yeah, for me, I really enjoyed it, but I can't put it any higher than D personally because it just got way too hard at a certain point. But I understand why you didn't like it. We have the Junon Chocobo wrangling. Does this stand out in any way? Okay,
No.
C tier.
Yeah.
All right, this one is Fort Condor.
which is this was a weird twist on it compared to
Was it different? I never did it once in this game.
the one that was introduced in the intergrad thing
Intermission?
or intermission or whatever they called it there, the Yuffie mini story.
Hmm.
Um, so it was I wasn't huge on it then, and this was like kind of an annoying kind of sub thing where you're like actually in it and you had some special powers for whoever was actually on the board. It was like two of your characters, like was it like Cloud or
Okay.
Barrett or Barrett. You had to pick two out of three from Cloud, Barrett, and Tifa, and it was
Okay.
I give it a D. It wasn't that
Okay.
great. I just didn't like it that much. I did it because
Okay.
I was trying to be completionist, but
Next we have the dolphin mini game, the dolphin jumping one, which I actually thought was pretty
I mean there were a couple different versions of that, like different courses, I guess, over the
fun. I only did
there's the one that's required to move it along, and then you can come back later and
and do it a second one.
yeah.
Okay, it was a different one. Okay,
But they're basically the same idea. And it's fine. It's
but
C. I mean,
okay.
yeah, there's only a couple of these mini games that were like, oh, this is amazing, this is great. But
This is the frog jumping. This is like the one where you're jumping in the
I
obstacles
did it
specifically.
once. I was like, okay, yeah, it's C. It's just like
Okay,
it exists.
okay.
I don't know
This is
much else
this
to
is
say
this is
about it.
this is like the other one where you got like turned into a frog and had to play like tag or whatever. Personally, I wasn't a big fan of it.
Yeah, yeah, fine.
Okay, we have the Junon Mark, which was very fun, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
obviously a callback to the original Final Fantasy VII because that was, something you had to do there. Um,
You think A for
yeah,
this?
it's definitely
Okay,
A. I mean, it's
okay,
not S because it wasn't like
okay.
insane, but it was fun. It
It,
was
was-
definitely a
it
thing.
was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Also, the Rufus's Mark so catchy. Like my goodness, that was stuck in my head for at least a
I mean,
couple
it's a
days.
fantastic piece of music. Yes, absolutely.
Next we have the pirate shooting mini game from
Oh
Portal Del
yeah, I
Sol.
like that one a lot.
I really like this one as
Um,
well. Did you say A for this one as well?
yeah, I mean, because I'm
Okay.
reserving S for,
Yeah,
yeah.
me too. But I had this in A as well. It was a lot of fun. Red's Animal Soccer Game.
Um, AKA, wait, what's the
Rocket
Rocket
League.
Rocket League for Red?
but like
Um,
but like slightly worse than normal Rocket
yeah,
League.
I think it would be. There were some annoyances, especially the
Yeah,
second time around with like.
yeah. I exactly the same thoughts
I
from it.
mean, I liked the concept. It was, there was some fun to be had, but it got to be a little annoying. But yeah.
The workout mini game for the gym side.
Oh, Tifa's amazing abs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just absolutely.
It was absolutely mid.
I mean, it was awful, but it was fine. Yeah.
Okay, I don't really know why this is counted as a mini game, but Barrett shooting the mine carts on Mount Corel.
Oh, as you go along, it's like, yeah, it's like, why is that even there?
Ooh, the 3D brawler. This is where our opinions definitely diverge. It's like almost S tier for this one. I loved this one so much. I know you weren't a big fan of it.
It was taking or leave it. It's a C for me.
Okay.
It's like whatever.
I really liked it though. Okay, the spaceship mini game.
I mean, it was cute, but it wasn't like it was just a
Anything
little.
crazy?
I don't know if I could even go B with it.
See?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think a lot of like.
Yeah, no, no, fair enough. I get it. I do believe you'll have at least one F tier on this list, though. But we'll get to that.
Oh, was this the bike one from the Golden Saucer?
Yes.
It's kind of fun. B, yeah,
Okay, okay. This is actual chocobo racing.
S tier.
Yeah, yeah. One of the ones I put.
That's just it's
It's
just
yeah.
it's like Mario Kart but with chocobos. Come on,
It's it's
even
it's
just
literally just a Mario Kart clone, and Mario Kart is amazing. Mario Kart gets S tier.
well, yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, it's just a
and
fantastic formula.
the thing that really, in my opinion, shows the quality of chocobo racing is like to fully complete the side quest, you have to do like, was it 15 chocobo races total or
I
something?
was not actually sure because I was just like having too much fun doing them all.
Yeah, yeah, that's my point. It's a lot of chocobo races, but I never got tired of them
No, no,
ever, which I
no,
that's
no.
truly an achievement to me. Okay, this one is the hitting the boxes mini game, which I am not a big fan of personally. I didn't really like it in remake either.
Yeah, it's just a replay from remake.
D or C?
That's kind of annoying. It's a D.
Okay. Again, I'm not really sure why this is counted as a mini game, but like when you first get into the buggy at the end of chapter 9 and you're using Barrett's gun to shoot down.
Oh, yeah, it's another C. It's like whatever, it's fine.
Oh boy, the cactuar rush.
He didn't hate it to like F like level, but it
I
was
would put it in F. This is like, in
um
my opinion, the worst mini game in the whole
it
in the
got
whole game.
definitely progressively worse as you were moving through the four levels of uh Proto Relic. Plus, it was annoying the whole like go find the rock and it's I don't know. I like D.
Um, oh, the chicken in Gaddafi.
Chicken game?
The one where you lick the box along to lure the
Oh,
chicken.
that's a mini game?
Yes.
That was just a quest made to torture you and made you feel bad about your life.
It's got the mini game
Well,
here.
it's an F.
Okay. I
Um,
think it was
as
that bad, but
what the
I understand.
why do you freaking have to do it?
Okay. And then this is the chocobo wrangling for Possible Canyon.
They got progressively worse. So this at this point we're in D level
Okay.
annoyance.
And then we have the point scoring, the flying mini game in Cosmo Canyon, where you had to fly the chocobo through the rings.
Yeah, I mean, so I kind of enjoyed it. But one of my problems was like
It was, in my opinion, it was a fun idea, but poorly executed.
right. So one of the things like if you ever have uh like for example, like the Hogwarts Legacy has a big flying thing where you can invert the axis on your flying so that
Yeah.
would fly like an airplane. Well, this is you couldn't do that, and it's just so frustrating because mentally you can't get it. Like you want to push up to dive down, and that's exactly opposite. Um, so it's probably. I mean, I like the idea. It's just it's a C.
Yeah, I think I gave it the same.
It could have been better.
Yeah, I agree. I do think it was a cool idea, but just not very well executed. Gears and Gambits. I was not a fan of this one.
What's that one?
The one with the tanks and the robot tanks. It's the proto relic for Cosmo
Oh,
Canyon.
and that was just basically like a kind of a twist on the whole Fort Condor thing. It was the same kind of idea, but it turns out if you let the AI pick everything for you, it becomes so not even a challenge. So it's
Oh,
it's like whatever. It's probably like I'll go with a D.
okay. Um, I'm gonna move this one ahead. So I don't know why it's counted as a mini game, but I feel like I know where you're gonna put this. Um, the the box throwing in chapter 11 with Kate Sith.
F. This is
It's
so poorly. Hello, hello, it's Square Enix developers or whoever it is that you farmed this out to. You did a brief job.
Yeah,
Okay, it was
worst.
it was just so
It's the one it's the worst section of the game.
like I am not a rage quit kind of player. Like
No,
I,
neither am I, but I'm more so than
this
him.
actually got my rage level up to like it was so bad.
He almost quit the game.
I mean, I wasn't. I was like, well,
No, not quite that bad.
I was like, not to the point where I'm gonna give up, but it was pretty bad. It was bad.
Yeah, I think. Ah, oh my God! Especially the one where you had to like toss it. The final one where you had to toss it into the freaking bin or whatever.
Oh god, that was so bad. So
Oh,
painfully bad.
that one thing I had to do across two different sittings, and even then, it probably took me a total of 40 minutes on just that one part because it
Oh,
was
it was so
so
bad.
silly. And even one, I'm sure the PC controls were a nightmare, but even me playing on my
It
Steam
wasn't
Deck,
the controls that were the problem. It was the fact that like you would aim at a certain point and it wouldn't even throw. It would throw like you'd aim over here. What? I'm like, what the heck is it doing?
so
It's just so bad.
have that issue. For me, the biggest issue was the fact that the controls, even on Steam Deck, were absolute dog shit. Because, like, you kind of hold down different buttons. You had to hold down two different buttons while controlling the joystick and then press a third button to
Oh,
lock
it's
it.
awful.
And this is and that's in addition, mind you, to the fact that like I don't know, it probably didn't do this on PC, but on Steam Deck, probably because of the smaller screen, I'm assuming, but like it always like really zoomed in and it made the camera angles very cramped. So it was hard to tell like visually where you were aiming. It's just awful idea, awful execution. The worst part of Rebirth, like by far.
It definitely
Um
one of the worst. Yeah.
next we have the Nibelheim Chocobo Wrangling.
It's D. I mean, it's the whole chocobo wrangling thing is like why, but fine. You put it in the game, it's fine.
This one I have a particular vendetta against, as I explained in the video, because it took me. I got like so shafted by absolutely insane RNG and horrible hitboxes, like in
Well, I
terms of
think there you're suffering from the
in,
fact
in
that
terms of like the fact I thought I'd done it far enough, and then like
right, which
the tiniest like bit would flip it. Um,
I will admit that playing this game in 4K gives you certain advantages.
yeah.
So, just,
Um, and I think I know where the loveless
well,
performance
yeah,
can go
it just
next here, right?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I
I've,
was actually tempted to like go back and replay that chapter just to do it again.
yeah, I mean, it was just I explained it in both the videos I made about Rebirth, but it's one of the coolest sections of any video game I've ever played. Maybe you wouldn't go that far, but like easy S tier, I think it's
I mean, the only thing that
it
I
was just
really
a
wanted was
masterpiece in
just
terms of like
like
controls and cinematics and everything.
I wish you could like rewatch it like after you did it to just so you
Yeah,
could just
yeah,
watch
yeah.
it
No,
and not
I,
have to hit the
I, I, I,
buttons.
I get
But
that.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
still,
But like also like the entire story being told, it was like a really compelling story that actually had really good characters as well, which was the even crazier part. Um, yeah, this Loveless is an absolute masterpiece, and this can go burn in hell.
right.
Um, but yeah, this is about how long my video was. So nice,
Well,
nice, concise video. Uh, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.
bye.